if you want something, you got to get it off the trailer.
I have no brake.
I think I got the easy job.
Oh. We did get it started. I'm excited I wasn't here for that day.
Stereo doesn't work. Now what?
Now what?
Yeah, now what?
All right, guys, we are here for another garage update at RestoMods. The garage is always busy. There's always a million things going on, and we want to keep you in the loop. So we're taking a couple moments here right before Christmas to give you a little bit of an update on what's going on. Obviously, RM32 is going on, our first Mustang giveaway in a long time, too long, and it's an incredible car. And if you want to get entered to win it, head over to restomods.com. We'll be giving this away. Right towards the end of January is the end of this giveaway, and you can still claim entries at restomods.com. Take home this 69 Fastback Resto mod and $50,000 in cash. We've also got some really exciting updates with that sweepstakes. We're doing yet another thing that we've never done again, and those announcements will be coming soon, so make sure you subscribe to all the channels, socials, etc. In the meantime, though, we have a lot of stuff going on in the garage. For example, Chris is standing next to a pile of parts that read, and I quote, "Use of this product is addictive and may lead to burnouts and traffic violations."
Yeah.
What is all this stuff?
Which, I mean, I think they're right, because this is a TKX 5-speed for the Roadrunner build that if you guys have been following, we're building a Roadrunner with a 440 big block, all QA1 stuff, Silver Sport 5-speed. It's gonna be a really bitchin' car, Phytech fuel injection. And that car is actually going to debut at SEMA 2026.
Yeah, we're doing like a full reveal in the Phytech booth. So,
yeah, so that'll be really cool. We just got to convert these piles of parts we have into a running driving car.
No problem, right?
No problem. Let's not gloss over it, because this has already been converted. When we were looking for a Mustang, it had to have a lot of key elements, and we found this car for sale in Phoenix. A guy named Tyler pretty much built all this car the way you see it, and he did a phenomenal job. We added some American racing wheels, which just complemented the car perfectly.
Now, those are like the Shelby wheels, right?
Right, yeah, so we wanted to keep it all Mustang themed. It already had a Blueprint 347, which a Blueprint engine would have been our go-to anyway, so it was awesome that it had it. This sweepstakes is live right now, so if this is something that's up your alley, make sure you get entered to win, but it's not the only thing in the stable, right? We got to go talk about everything else.
I mean, just the camera was just pointed at you, and there's lots of stuff behind you.
We like doing the garage updates because this is like where the party happens, right? This is like where we get to just have fun with toys.
Sometimes you just got to pinch yourself, because this is literally where we come to work every day, and it's full of everything that you see around you. Starting with this car right here, which is one that you guys have probably seen before. This right here was RM30, and then it was red, Viper red, and it was won. And that winner, just due to his circumstances, said, hey, is there something else we can do? And opted to take cash, and I believe became the first member of his family to own his home. So that enabled us to take this car and make it available to you guys once again. And this thing is an absolutely incredible brand new 1970 Dodge Charger. We painted it tuxedo black.
Tuxedo black, and then took it to SEMA.
We did take it to SEMA. It was in the Blueprint Engines booth at SEMA, got great feedback there. And I mean, how could you not? It's literally a brand new 1970 Dodge Charger with a HEMI underneath the hood. There it is.
426 HEMI Charger.
I liked it in red. If it's possible, I like it even more in black.
Yeah, it's such a tough choice because, you know, in your mind, you see a black Charger everywhere, right? Like that's just what the ingrained memories of them are.
It's like Fast and Furious, kind of like really drilled out.
And when we did the red, for me, it made the car just feel more sporty with the black stripe on the back. To me, visually, it shrunk the car a little bit, but then back to black.
So this car is actually going to be RM33. And so right after the close of this Mustang, which is closing end of January, we'll be launching RM33. But right next to it is another car that might look familiar to you. This is a silver 69 Chevelle. It is not the silver 69 Chevelle that we gave away to Michelle.
This one has some key differences than the last one. The main things that really attracted us to this car was it's on a Roadster Shop spec chassis. It has a big cubic inch LS engine with a lot of horsepower. It's silver. It has a really cool wheel and tire package from New Gen Wheels. Full TMI leather interior, and the fit and finish and just the quality that this car was really attracted us to it. Another builder, Steve Aguilar, that's had a couple cool cars out there, GTO, Infrared Camaro, really high-end cars.
Cars up for the Riddler.
Yeah, just really cool stuff. And this was kind of something he wanted to be able to drive a little more. He had a change of heart. He wanted to build another show car. So now we have a really, really high-end Chevelle back in the stable again. And it's going to be another giveaways. 69 is my personal favorite year. A lot of people, and there's a lot of nuance between those years, but to me this just combines all of the perfect elements to me. I love the bullnose front. I love the double headlights. I love the shape of the window opening when you have both those windows down. It's just, it's such a really cool, to me, iconic muscle car shape. It's my favorite Chevelle, and Chevelles are probably my favorite muscle car. So this is, to me, the top of the top. And then when he says TMI interior, there's levels to TMI interior. The seats are the nicest TMI seats I've ever seen. It's the most comfortable car from feel, from padding, from bolstering to everything. It just, it's the nicest TMI interior I've ever seen. And they did it all in-house, so they really know their product well, and it's the guys that work there that put it in, so it fits really well. And there's a bunch of videos on YouTube on their TMI's YouTube channel where you can see them actually putting the interior in this car. So that was really cool. So we don't have a number for this one yet, but this is going to be an upcoming sweepstakes car. This right here is a 65 Buick Riviera, and this one's mine. So you can't win this one. I love the way this car smells. Yeah, inside. Feel the vibes in that car. That car's all vibes. This is a car that's unrestored. So it's like a nice survivor car. I think they changed the stance, they painted it, and they lowered it a little bit, painted it, and did wheels. But other than that, it's stock. And it smells like a GM, like, you know, like we usually, by the time we're done with it, it smells like fresh leather. It smells like a new car. For example, you know, RM33 is a brand new 1970 Dodge Charger. So all those seals, all that adhesive is brand new. So it has like a new car smell. This has a 1965 car smell, and it's awesome. I love this car. This is the 67 Chevelle. You guys just finished this just in time for SEMA. I think it was nominated for Best on RS, which is Roadster Shop's award. So real honor to be nominated there. This will be available in the sweepstakes, but we're gonna have some fun with it first. I think it's not technically scheduled yet. So it's got blueprint power underneath the hood, and the interior is just incredible. Every, you know, inch of this car is at a really, really high level. So kudos to you guys. I know you've been collecting the kudos for this. Maybe one day you'll let me drive it. We haven't got there yet. I think Alex has even driven it more than I have. Probably, yeah. There's a lot of pulling it in and out of the garage miles, but not a lot of highway miles. So that's the next step. But yeah, just so many cool touches. I won't go into all the details because we have a build series on our YouTube channel specifically for this car where we just go over the process of what we built here. Tucked away behind it over here is a car that we've never done. We've done a GTO before, but we've never done the stacked headlight body style. Right. So what is this thing? I know we bought it just the other day. Yeah, so this just showed up. This is 66 GTO. I got it, I got you. The owner said that it was started to be built on a Roadster Shop chassis. The chassis got sold, and now it's sitting on just like a Tempest chassis, but we ordered a Roadster Shop chassis for it, so it's nice that the tunnel work is kind of done, the tubs are done, there's some Kindig flush mount door handles. This is gonna need to be finished as far as installing this quarter panel. All these door gaps and everything's gonna have to be aligned, but we're gonna use SV body and paint, 911 restoration. The nice thing though is that it's a completely rust-free body, and it's packed full of parts inside. So this is gonna be a full ground up. This is gonna be what we're doing most of the end of 2026 and 2027. This is gonna be our build for that period of time. This is my first time laying eyes on it, so there's still a lot to be discovered here. Well, this one doesn't have bird poop all over it. The 67 has bird poop stains on it. Not yet. Not yet. Is it staying outside? And we actually have a meeting next week to go over the full build plan for it because we're just kind of all been spitballing ideas back and forth. But this is going to be a giveaway car that we want to build in-house. We pulled the trigger already with Roadster Shop. Shout out to them. They're going to get us a cool chassis for this. We're going to get on a call, obviously, with Blueprint Engines because that's our go-to. We have no thoughts about just going Pontiac for the power plant? I mean, there is, you know, Butler Performance. A lot of the Pontiac guys are just in the comments already like, hey, put a Butler Performance engine in. They're really bitching. So it's an option. It's definitely an option. But so this is your opportunity. Jump into the comments and let us know how would you build a 65 GTO and what should we do with this one, because we really do read through those and your input means a ton to us because ultimately at the end of the day, we're not building these cars for us. Nope. We're building them for you guys. Somebody's gonna win this car
and drive it and take it to car shows and have all the fun with it. So let us know what you think we should put in this car, and we will definitely take it under consideration. Like you said, the meeting's next week, so get those comments in there, and we'll decide what to put in this thing.
And last year comment's gonna be a supercharger and stick shift. Just don't even bother.
How do we get this thing off the trailer? Is there? I heard
Oh
there
my
was
gosh,
a unique story there.
It's a debacle. Yeah, getting it off the trailer was really fun. We were in the middle of the street, pushing this thing off a car hauler. I don't know if you guys have ever seen how much of a contraption those things are.
Okay.
It has no brake.
Has no brake.
Maybe someone needs to.
Here she comes.
How you doing, Esparza?
I think I got the easy job.
Oh, okay.
God. Taking our GTO for a walk.
Stereo doesn't work.
Surprisingly, no safety violations, nobody got hurt. We had to wheel it like down a hill into our shop. It took about half the day, but we have it here now. So
I'm excited I wasn't here for that day. I just got to come the next day and it was like nestled right into the garage.
Yeah.
Everything was good.
if you want something, you got to get it off the trailer. It's like that.
This is the Roadrunner.
Yes, aforementioned Roadrunner.
Yeah, this is the Roadrunner, okay.
Engine bay is basically done. You can see this is all prepped. We're gonna do one final spray, one final coat on it, and then start prepping the rest of this stuff to put all those nice boxes of parts we have on. Starting next month, we're gonna be hitting this hot and heavy. We have no choice. You know, we gotta get this car done, so.
Yeah, this car is gonna be, if I'm reading the schedule correctly, this is Q4 of 26, right?
Correct, which, because it's gotta be ready before SEMA, like probably a month before SEMA.
Because it's gonna be unveiled at SEMA, but when it gets unveiled, we have to have all of the marketing videos shot, all of the photos taken. A lot of things go into the presentation that goes into the car. You got 9 months, 10 months?
Sure, yeah, full term.
Continuing with the Mopar theme, one of the projects we've been working on forever is the 75 Ram Charger. And Dino out of Florida won this truck. We did a YouTube giveaway where the only way to enter was to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And it turned out that Dino had subscribed to our YouTube channel years before we even started this giveaway and had been following the channel forever and entered to win some of the other sweepstakes. And this is the one he ended up winning, was this 75 Ram Charger, and he won $5,000. We've already sent him the $5,000, but as you can see, the Ram Charger is not quite done yet, so he hasn't taken delivery of that. We gave him the choice, hey, you can have it as is. We'll give you a cash alternative. So January 6th, Dino is coming out here. He's gonna hang with us. Regan and TJ are gonna be done with the Ram Charger by then, and so Dino can drive it.
So put that back, TJ, because I wanna give a quick insight on what happens when you're on final assembly stage. There's caffeine here. There's parts all over here. There's caffeine up there. So that's an idea of how final assembly looks. It's tools, couple parts, caffeine, and these guys are basically just living in this Ram Charger right now at this point. It's a mad thrash, but like everything's going pretty well, I would say. A lot of testing.
We did get it started.
Sounds good. How do you feel, Regan? How do you feel right now? Tell me.
I feel pretty good. It's nice to hear it. 2.5 years of just building this thing, so.
Hell yeah, brother.
It's all over. Now what?
Now what? Yeah, now what?
Well, now I gotta build the rest of it. So.
So we broke it in with the carburetor, and then they went ahead and put the Phytech back on it after that break-in period, and it fired up last night with that. So, but honestly, this thing is just sick. It's got 1-ton axles, US mags, big block, the Pendleton insert on a bunch of the interior. Just a lot of real cool details. Regan's been doing a good job on this car. It's a big project. It turned into like a full ground up frame off restoration on a car that really there's not a ton of like aftermarket solutions and support on. Nobody's building Ram Chargers that are this cool. I'm really stoked on how it turned out. It's just a really bitchin' looking car. It's got all the right touches, a lot of leather, a lot of stuff that we do in some of the muscle cars, but truck form.
Selfishly, I'm hoping Dino takes the cash so that I can wheel this thing around with my kids to the beach and go surfing and go off-roading and do all the fun things in the nicest Ram Charger ever built. But I would also be just as happy that a longtime subscriber and supporter of our brand gets to take home like the nicest Ram Charger ever built.
Yeah.
So yeah, January 6th, Dino's gonna come out and he's got a decision to make there. And so we'll obviously film that and share that with you guys. Dino, if you're watching, shout out to you, and we'll see you first week in 2026. Speaking of a lot of work, this right here is another one of my favorite cars ever. That's a 57 Chevy Bel Air. And this is another vehicle that came into the shop running and driving. Very nice car.
I replaced the engine with Adrian.
When you say replace the engine, that would imply that there's an engine in there.
Well, we got Adrian.
Oh, you replaced the engine? I thought you meant Adrian helped you. You replaced it with Adrian.
Yeah, so we pulled the engine out. It's a big block. We got it on a stand. We're going over options for that. In the meantime, Adrian is prepping the engine bay that we weren't originally gonna paint, but that snowballed. We've cleaned and prepped and painted the whole front part of the chassis because we're gonna start bolting some really cool ride tech components on. He has the data plate that had gotten painted over, unfortunately, at some point, but he stripped all that paint off, and you got a nice shiny data plate there now. So we're gonna kind of see what this was originally. We're not gonna change how this car looks. It's gonna be a 57 Chevy. It's not gonna look too different than this. It'll just be like the Dream 57 Bel Air. Like, it's gonna have a big block. It's gonna have really good suspension, a cool transmission, nice wheels and tires. It's just gonna be the quintessential, a bench seat, which is proper for this car. Kind of what we think of when we dream of the ultimate American icon car, 57 Chevy Bel Air. Kind of different than the muscle cars. You know,
I mean, it's still gonna have some muscle.
It's gonna have some muscle because we can't help ourselves. Yeah, I'm sticking to big block Chevy. That's a broad category. So how many cubic inches do you want? How much horsepower do you want?
How big is the supercharger you're putting on?
Well, maybe that, hopefully not that, but it could be cool. You know, I think we know we want a stick shift car, but I guess it's not off the table. If there's an overwhelming amount of people that really want to see a 57 Chevy with a big block and an automatic, that's not completely off the table.
I mean, it is kind of more of a cruiser where you want to use that left hand to have like your arm around your girl and your...
So I would understand it in this scenario. I would understand it. Okay?
Yeah, with a bench seat.
But yeah,
I mean, Blue has a bench seat and is an automatic.
It's true, and it's great. Blue is a rowdy 427 C10 that you can barely stay in the bench seat because the QA1 stuff like out handles the bench seat for sure. But yeah.
So yeah, that's the 57 Bel Air. This will also be an upcoming sweepstakes car, but as you can tell, probably not anytime soon. I think that's about it as far as updates.
Yeah, most importantly right now, I think Ram Charger. As you can see, kind of all the efforts right now are on this. This is where the mad thrash is happening.
Well, that's because Dino's gonna be here in a couple weeks.
He's coming.
Yeah.
Dino's coming, and we want to have it where he can jump in, cruise this thing around the beach a little bit.
Also right now, we are in the middle, or towards the end of RM32, our first Mustang giveaway in many months. It's a 1969 Fastback RestoMod, and it comes with $50,000 in cash. So claim those entries, as always, at RestoMods.com. Often imitated, never duplicated. We've been doing this since 2017, putting people just like you into the driver's seat of these cool cars that we are very blessed to build because of the support of people like you. So that's the garage update. Thank you guys, and good luck.
Keep having fun with cars.